The same thing at Jackson was the same thing here.
You be MySpacing your Spotify, huh? We got some major updates from Colorado out there in Boulder. Coach Prime's got some new coaches. He's got some new updates from some recruits, as well as his seniors getting some good looks. Obviously, Jimmy Horn, maybe the Steelers. Is he a Tomlin guy? I don't know. So there's a lot of great stuff to be updated about. So we're going to take a peek at that look and get an interview. Shout out to the Pregame Network. I know he does a lot of things on side of Colorado and, Deion Sanders, well-off media and stuff like that. He has an exclusive interview with the new offensive line coach. So we're going to talk about that, his journey from Jackson State. Well, look at that interview, and then, of course, do a small updates. Man, I appreciate y'all watching these videos. If you enjoy Colorado coverage, Deion Sanders videos, NIL coverage, transfer portal stuff, we know we do all types of drama and different things when it comes to the world of college football. Leave a like in the video if you like it. Just like if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy those updates, and let's hop right into it. So let's check it out, man. Mr. Gunnar White. Now, you would be hard pressed to realize that Mr. Gunnar White actually has been working with Deion Sanders since the HBCU day, since Jackson State. We're not gonna get too deep into it, but this is Mr. Gunnar White. Gunnar White is a graduate of Jackson State University. Come on, then. Gunnar White, the graduate of Jackson State. He's actually from Jackson State, Mississippi. Great. I read this. It's a great story. Returns home after serving as an offensive line coach last season for the Linemen, a team in the Spring League, a developmental football league for an aspiring pros. Before serving as interim tight ends coach for Nevada in 2021, the Quick Lane Bowl, White spent 3 seasons at Nevada as a graduate assistant, which, if you don't know what a graduate assistant is, it's basically you get paid nothing to get treated worse than the football players and get less, and then sometimes you can tell the players what to do. White was a student assistant coach at Jackson State from 2014 and 2015 after playing collegiately at Hines Community College and Texas Tech. All right. Following graduation, White coached at Belhaven in 2017 during his high school playing career. Nearby Terry, Mississippi High School, White obtained all-district and all-state honors. He was elected to play in the Bernard Blackwell North-South All-Star game to represent the South State team as offensive line. White played 2 seasons as offensive line in Hines Community College before transferring to Texas Tech. So congratulations to him. Here he is introing himself. We're going to get deeper.
Everyone, Gunnar White, offensive line coach.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited for the opportunity, and I'm ready to get to work.
Yeah, man. Let's get to work. And as y'all all know, Coach Prime did lose his offensive line coach to Mississippi State. So it's a good thing when your offensive line coaches are getting bigger and going to other places. Again, we're going to watch that interview, kind of learn a little more about his story. But look, a few more updates here. This is an update. This is going to be a whole separate video. Might come out tomorrow, might come out in the next few days. Kind of, you know me, I love talking about the transfer portal. And I love talking about the fact that people called Deion Sanders crazy about the transfer portal. And look, y'all can call Deion Sanders brash. Y'all can call him loud. Y'all can say I don't like his glasses. Y'all can call him tacky and this and that. But he knows football. Like my issue with a lot of this slander that y'all been having for Deion, I'm not gonna say this name. I'm not certain Colorado accounts that just follow Colorado and just slob on knobs, homie. Right? I'm telling you the truth. As someone who's watching somebody with a gold jacket in the NFL, he might know something about how football trends work. So when he came in, kicking a bunch of people out, bringing a bunch of transfers in, and taking advantage of it, something that Bill Belichick is doing, who'd have thought? It's almost as if people are realizing and seeing this clear and easy advantage because I come from the NFL, so I know what that is. And uses it to his advantage. So a big thing that he used to be criticized about it. I haven't heard the criticized since. Ever since they got to a bowl game, I have heard such few criticisms about Deion Sanders recruiting. But just update, Coach Prime was speaking with 2026 number 1 linebacker, 5-star Tyler Atkinson today. And look, I think this is what I mean. And I said. I'm sorry, I was about to get hot. I said in one of my other videos, I was like, yeah, Deion Sanders is easily one of the best recruiters, best salesmen of all time. You're like, oh, well, people are like, well, he hasn't even won anything yet. He hasn't done this. He's only been coaching at the collegiate level for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, for 4 years. And he's already acquired 2 of the top players. Wait, is that 3 times? Sorry, Julian Lewis, Travis Hunter, Jordan Seaton. Well, technically Julian Lewis isn't a 5-star, so because they mess with the things, but 2 5-stars. And if I'm not mistaken, 2 composite number 1 players in their class, if not easily 2 players who were number 1 in their position in their class. You think that don't matter? You don't think that the fact that Jordan Seaton started immediately and became a freshman All-American, you don't think that matters? I don't know. We'll go deeper into it. But here's what the linebacker said. He said, Coach Prime told me the only high school players that he recruits are those that are real dogs, that are ready to play at the next level and serious about that. We'll get deeper into that. Again, we'll get deeper into that. But just update, hey, it might be another one. He might go ahead and grab him another one. And if you don't think him getting Julian Lewis and Travis Hunter, dog, recruiting is a snowball effect. Don't ever say that Deion is a good. You just need one. It's the catch-22 in recruiting, right? If the more you win, the more recruits you get. The more recruits you get, the more recruits you get. The more championships you win, the more recruits you get. Because it's just a reciprocal thing. That's why Alabama was stormrolling people, right? And now with a little bit of money behind this hype, it's over with. Colorado can become a perennial all-star if done right. But a few other updates before we get back into my man Gunnar White. We got some people out here, throwing up that wrist for old Shedeur. We did a few videos about where Shedeur could go, talking about some differences. Some people say that he could be a giant. A lot of people like Cam Ward over him. A lot of people are starting to talk about Mr. Jackson Dart. If y'all want that video, I have one kind of. I want to compare Shedeur, Jackson, to see where everybody really ranks up. But you know what I mean. I'll get that cookie if it gets cooked up. But interesting little update there. I can't play it because it's an actual news thing. Sometimes they copyright shit. But another little interesting tidbit here. Mr. Jimmy Horn has had some interest from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was a little late on this news. They talked about this a while. My man Geis, I guess, said that just talked to NFL Scout here at the Shrine Bowl practice. Jimmy Horn is a guy they like a lot. And obviously he stood out a lot. And I remember I did another video about LeJounte and Jimmy, like the follow-up to the that first one I did about him. And I accidentally misspoke and I said that Jimmy Horn had been invited to the combine when LeJounte had been invited to the combine. But now Jimmy Horn has been invited to the combine. So what I originally said, and I think I cut it out that video, applies now. And remember, Jimmy Horn had injuries he was dealing with, I believe, a hamstring. So it's not that people don't think that he's a great player. People thought he was a great player coming out of USF, right? It's more so the film that he has that's holding him back. But with a guy like him, who I think can really burn, if he can do anything sub 4.3, because I think he came in. It's so crazy. He came in at the Shrine Bowl at 5'6", or sorry, 5'6", 5'7". No, sorry, I'm tripping. 5'8". I said it wrong. I thought he was like 5'10". I look, 2 inches is a lot, especially in wide receiver land. So I'm hoping he first of all measures better in the combine height wise, because that's crazy. And if he does anything sub 4.3, which is crazy, but if he's sub 4.3, I mean he's gonna slide all the way up from that 5th, 6th round to 3rd round guy. Hey, he might, what I'm saying, might really get some scunion. So good for him. That's gonna be a great time. So,
I told you I was bringing snacks.
Stocking up.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. I gotta have bait for the trap, right?
You went to Costco?
I did go to Costco. Yeah, see, you even know the brand.
Hey man,
Uh-huh.
my mom's a little trap, so I know.
It's like we speak the same language.
We do. We do.
Right.
All right, this is interesting because
It
I
is.
know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been together for some years,
Yeah,
and
we have.
now it's time for the fans, the Buff Nation, to get to know you. So sitting here with Coach Gunnar White,
Mm-hmm.
offensive line coach, Colorado. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You have you've had quite some experience in this area.
Mm-hmm.
You were with Coach Prime at Jackson State,
I was.
and have been with him these past 2 seasons here at Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
What's that transition been like in your role?
Really, I just put my head down and work. Like, it's the same thing at Jackson was the same thing here. Just offensive line play.
Yeah.
It's been good. The relationship with coach is great. It's been a good experience.
Yeah. Before we get into like kind of your background, where you're from, and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, because I want them to know that. And for me, one thing I love about this story is here's a guy who was a GA assistant and has moved up the ranks and didn't have to move out to do it. What does that say, to young coaches coming up, or what does it say about, Coach Prime promoting from within?
No, it speaks a lot on hard work. You come in, you do the job, you do what you need to do, but it's about the work, and it's also about the relationship too. Because in the past, I've been told you had to leave to come back, and that wasn't the case here. The fit was good, my relationship with Prime was good, and it naturally worked itself out.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting deal. It's a rare deal because not a lot of people get that opportunity to go from, going from a volunteer to a quality control to being the position coach.
Yeah.
In the same staff.
Yeah.
I know the setting changed, but at the end of the day, Prime was still my boss. He was still our head coach. But other than that, nothing's changed other than location.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's go bio some here. HBCU graduate Jackson State.
Yep.
Mississippi born, Mississippi raised guy.
That's right.
I know people didn't know that. They also don't know that you're a black belt in karate.
Yeah. Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. What
would you be making? You be making the TikTok videos, whatever, for the YouTube on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like that was that type of energy. You be MySpace in your Spotify, huh? Yeah. You got a black belt in karate, huh? Yeah, kung fu, ain't it? You got kung fu, ain't it? That was this guy. This is a great guy.
Getting into martial arts coming up.
My parents, they wanted me, for one, to be able to defend myself, and for two, it was for the discipline and the athleticism that comes with the martial arts too.
Yeah.
Just doing multiple deals, because they started me in gymnastics. I was a big dude doing gymnastics. Did gymnastics, then went into Taekwondo and doing martial arts. Played soccer, church league basketball, swim team, and then football. And it all just kind of merged together.
And look, I advise y'all to go watch it. We're not gonna obviously watch the full thing. I just wanted to, that little background, get a little bit of his what's it called? What do they call it? Personality. Hey man, this is a very calm. I want to see what he looks like when he gets going. Your offensive lineman. You want a combination of this would seem to be this calm, cool, collective, but you also need a little bit of psycho, right? Not as much psycho as defensive line. You need more structure than defensive line coach. So that's what I'm hoping. Obviously, Warren Sapp, he's gonna, I think, fulfill that job. I know he's not the primary defensive line head coach, but I think he brings enough craziness. So I think on the offensive line side, you can bring enough fire with a whole lot of discipline. Look, man, I've had a lot of great offensive line coaches, and I play defensive line. And with that being said, offensive line coaches were usually some of my favorite guys. They are the heart and soul as the team. Offensive linemen were some of my favorite guys. They were always some of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? So they're mentors, people who are lifelong friends. So, you know what I'm saying? Like football means something to me. And I think this is the reason why I made this channel and I did this, right? So when I talk about and speak on this little goofy nerdy thing about the fact, that Taekwondo actually really helps with being offensive line. It really helps having certain things, and because it adds to mobility and your ability to teach high levels of concentration and discipline to a team within a team that is the offensive line unit. I can go on and nerd out about my love for offensive line play, defensive line play, all that silliness. But when you see someone like this, kind of alluding to what Arish, the people were kind of telling and asking about, that does it the right way. Right, and it's not that everyone needs to do it this way and it's like whatever, but the idea that, hey, you can actually just work hard and stay in Mississippi, graduate, work at the place you graduate, and then to the place you graduate elevates, and now you're here elevating with the elevators and elevation, right? Phenomenal thing. If you're out there, please keep working, please keep striving, because your time is coming. It's not always your time. Hey, the elevator don't fit everybody, dog. So don't be upset that you gotta wait for the next round of up elevators. Cause you could have been in there with people taking farts. The next elevator might be just you and two bad bitches. Just you and two fine females going up to new different heights. You know what I'm saying? I want that. 2025's new heights. I'm reaching new heights. You gonna come with me? You gonna get on this elevator with me, son? I'm gonna see you there. You be great. You be phenomenal. If you like these videos, if you like Colorado college football coverage, NIL, transfer portal, all that great stuff, we're doing it all here, even in the off season. We got plenty of content. This big coconut's cranking out content for you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you be phenomenal.